Hello everyone, welcome to a slightly different video than I usually have on my channel. I have upgraded my equipment a little bit. I have a little ring light coming off to the side and I have a clip mic right here, so hopefully the audio quality is much better as I record this video, if I end up even putting it up, which remains to be seen. So I turned 26 on Monday. It is Friday now, so we have a solid 4-ish days of being 26, and I thought it would be fun to film a little video talking about my highlights from the year, what I learned, and most importantly, what I'll spend the bulk of the video on, talking about my goals and intentions for age 26. Overall, 25 was a interesting year. It was a year of transition. A month before my 25th birthday, I ended up getting a new job and moving to a new city, into a new state, and moving in with my girlfriend. So these are all really big life changes. And I started from scratch with a social network, and first year of living with a significant other, and first year of a new job. So it was okay. I think overall it was really defined by the weirdness of just being in a new place, new life, new job, new daily routine. And I anticipated that. I knew it was going to be a bit of a weird transition and I'd feel really off kilter for a while. But now that I have a full year under my belt, I'm excited to feel like I have the foundation to actually build on the year that came before and start building my life in a way that's more meaningful and calm and fun and adventurous than I have over the past year, where I feel like in a lot of cases I was just trying to get through the day. Like I said, 25 was really not a bad year overall. I do have a lot of things I accomplished that I'm really proud of. I'm really happy with how much I traveled this past year. I ended up going on a climbing trip in Lake Tahoe, going to Switzerland with my girlfriend's family, going to an all-inclusive resort in Mexico for the first time for a bachelorette trip, and hiking in the Grand Canyon for the first time. Those were all super fun, really good challenges, and I'm glad I got to have a little adventure and some travel as well. I also ran my third half marathon with my fastest time ever. I'm also glad that I pushed myself out of my comfort zone a lot this last year. I really put myself out there to start making friends. I joined an adult kickball league that I found out was not for me. I took a drawing class at a community college. I went to a lot of meetups and generally really put myself out there, even when I didn't feel like there was a lot of payoff coming from it. And I'm glad now that I'm at a place where I have enough friends that I'm focusing on meeting people through them and then deepening my actual relationships. So all in all, not a terrible year, but there is a lot that leaves room for improvement. The parts that I definitely neglected, I did not pay really careful attention to my physical or mental health this past year. And I definitely am not feeling my best right now. I feel very fit. I work out a lot. But mental health wise, I periodically go through like phases of very active panic attacks. I have had that since for the past 6 years. And I have been in a flare up for 8 months to a year maybe, where, and by flare up I mean they happen quite frequently. So mental health and physical health, not very good. I really have not been keeping up with going to the doctor. I have not been eating well. I have not been sleeping well. Really all I got going for me is that I like to work out. So mental and physical health, not very good. And also we lived in a small whack apartment for our first year. Luckily, we are no longer in that apartment. We've just moved, but that was a whole wreck. So I am so glad to no longer be in there, but I definitely did not enjoy my physical surroundings as much as I wanted to and did not spend enough time and attention creating a nice home that I would have loved. So overall, those are the areas that did not go so well. So this past year was a lot of adjustments. And now that I feel stable enough for the next year, for the next 2 years, I'm going to be at the same job. We're going to be in the same apartment. God willing, I'm going to have the same relationship. No big changes in city or employment or anything like that, unless I get hit by a bus or something, is planned right now. So I have kind of a very stable framework to live my daily life. And against that, I can focus on really what I want to improve specifically. So I thought it would be fun to do some goal setting for age 26 and then check in every month, every couple weeks, to check in on my progress towards those goals and to break down those goals into monthly, weekly, etc. Milestones, so that this helps me stay accountable. And I also really like making them. I have my handy mind map here with everything I want. So the first category, I have like a ton of categories, so bear with me. They kind of go from like most consequential to least consequential, in my opinion. The first category is purpose and contribution. This, in my mind, is how fulfilled I feel, how meaningful I feel, how much I'm contributing to my community. I have a couple goals here. One, I want to start regularly volunteering somewhere. By regularly, I mean every 2 weeks, once a month, once a week, anything on a consistent basis that I know is in my calendar, I'm loyal to it, I know what I'm doing and when I'm doing it. 2, I want to increase the percentage of my income I donate to 2%. Right now I only donate 1% of my income, which is better than nothing, but I feel like I have way more to spare, and I don't want to donate less money than I spend on my phone bill every month. That just doesn't align with my values. So I want to increase that to 2%. And I also want to take advantage of my employer's matching gifts program. If I donate a certain amount, they'll match it. And I only did that for like, $50 last year. So I really want to do that for all the donations I make this year. And I guess I'll do that at the end of December because that's the deadline for it. Next up is home. My big goal here, I only have one, is to officially decorate my apartment. And by officially decorate, I mean by July of next year, it is all done. There's no random boxes lying in the corner that's been there all year. There's no empty space where a table should be. It is fully decorated. And as you can see, or maybe you can't see, I'm in our office right now. Completely bare walls, hostage walls situation. Because we just moved last month and we're really slow movers at unpacking everything and getting it all set up. Historically, I've found that it takes me like 6 months of living in a place before I feel comfortable enough to like really officially decorate it how I want it. So I know this will take like probably the full year, but I do want to break these goals down into monthly chunks where maybe next month I focus on our bedroom, and the month after that, focus on this office, and the month after that, focus on our exterior. So this is a little vague right now, but it is the big goal for the year. Next category is career and finances. I guess these are technically separate ones, but I lump them into the same category in my mind. Big goal here is I want to be debt-free. I have about $10,000 left on my student loans, and I am sick of these guys. I don't have any regret about taking out student loans. I'm glad of my education. I'm glad to have gone where I went to school, but I've been out of school for like half a decade, and I'm ready for these guys to go away. So that is my big goal. I'm also not planning on leaving my 9-to-5 job. I like it. I like my coworkers. So I don't really have any goals around that. I do, however, really want to develop a side hustle. And right now, I'm currently taking a course to become a certified personal trainer through Ace Fitness. So I would really love to not only pass my exam, but become a group fitness instructor or a personal trainer on the side as well. I think that would be fun, really fulfilling, and would also tie into contribution and impact, because I love the idea of helping people enjoy working out, because I really do, but I know that a lot of people have a lot of emotional, have a lot of feelings about it, a lot of trauma and a lot of insecurity, and I think especially for young women, it has such a potential to transform your life and to ensure your health long into your later years. So I feel really passionate about that, and I would love to actually be in a position where I can make a positive change. And also like make some money on the side, but that's not my main motivation. Next category is physical and mental health. My biggest goal here is I really, really, really want to go back into a remission from my panic attacks. By this, I mean going several months without having an incident. I sense that if I take better care of my physical health, it will kind of feed into that mental health component. So I really want to develop better sleep hygiene. Right now, I don't really have a bedtime routine to speak of, and I really want to have a bedtime routine that works for me. I also want to eat more fruits and vegetables. I'm vegan and I make sure to eat a lot of protein, so my diet isn't terrible because I literally can't live off Big Macs as a vegan, but I do eat a lot of like protein bars and bagels and things that like are fine, but they're not ideal. So I'd really love to eat more fruits and vegetables and do this by learning to cook better and cooking more for me and my girlfriend. This is like the least fun one. I need to find doctors. I have a primary care doctor who I really like, but I need an eye doctor. I need a dentist. I need all the other doctors that you gotta go to in your life. So by age 26, I have my own health insurance. I'm fine. I have no excuse. I need to have a list of doctors that I go to regularly and be up to date with all of them. Because right now I get my physical and a flu shot and that is it. Which is, I'm pretty healthy, so it's fine, but like, you know, I'm medically neglecting myself in some ways. Next up is community and relationships. This is family, friends, and my romantic relationship. I am naturally a very relationship-oriented person, so I worked really hard at starting to meet people in my new city, but by the end of the year, I'd love to say that I have a solid friend group. Because I function best when I have like a good group of people. We all have a group chat, we're all texting each other. It's not something you can force, but I think it is something that naturally forms for me when I get to know people and know enough people to see who I click with. So I would love to have a friend group by this time next year. And I'd also love to feel more plugged into my city's queer community, because right now I feel sort of on the periphery of it and I'm not really involved in any community, so to speak. I would also like to join a club, some kind of club. I don't know what this is yet. This could be a running club. This could be like a movie club. I don't know, an art club, some kind of club, a book club that I feel like I can confidently say I'm a member of, not that I just like go twice every like 6 months. So I want to join a club. Next up is fitness. I separate this from physical and mental health because in my head, I don't work out to be healthier. I work out because I like it and I like to be a little gremlin outside. So I do have a couple goals. I do want to run my first 50K, which I have been vlogging about. I have been taking a break from vlogging about that for a couple reasons, but I do very much want to run my first 50K this year. I also want to run another half marathon under 2 hours. That is another big goal of mine. And I would love to get back into climbing. I've been taking climbing hiatus, as you can tell from my nails. I've been taking a climbing hiatus for the past couple months, but I miss it a lot. And I would love to solidly climb, get back into it and climb V4 by the end of this coming year. Which, not to brag, I know everyone says this, but my gym grades really hard. I was doing V4, V6 at my last gym, and then I came here and I was like, V2 is kicking my ass. So, not really sure what that's all about. I'd love to get back into climbing enough that next spring I can do an outdoor climbing trip. I would really, really like that. Or next summer. Sometime next year. And my very final category is hobbies and self-care. I want to read more, so I'd love to read 25 books by this time next year. I really like reading. It's not a chore to me. But I almost exclusively read nonfiction, which means naturally my pace through some of these books is a lot slower than it would be if it was like a light beach read. So I do want to read 2 books a month. I also want to watch at least 1 movie in theaters every month. I love, 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 love going to the movie theater, especially by myself. So I love to take myself on a solo date to the movie theater at least once a month. I would also love to take another hobby class. I took a drawing class last year. Maybe I'll take another drawing class. But I've also had my eye on taking an aerial silks class, so I might take that too. Either way, I do want to take a hobby class. That's something I've never done before. I also would love to be regularly posting on YouTube. In my dream, I'm posting every single week, but I don't know how realistic that is. So I'm going to make the goal of posting 20 YouTube videos over the course of a year. I think that would be really fun. So those are all my goals. It's quite ambitious. I really like these little chatty videos. I really like vlogging, obviously, especially like my outdoor adventures and running and stuff. But obviously that can get pretty time consuming because I have to whip out my phone literally everywhere I go. While this, I can just sit and chat. I hope it's entertaining for you all because I really like doing it. But either way, I only have like 50 subscribers at this point, so it's mostly for me. So I think I'll probably end up doing a follow-up to this video at the start of August, which is less than 2 weeks away. So I can set my goals for August, give a little update on any progress I've made so far, and we can check in on my goals as they progress. So that is all. Thank you for watching. My name is Kara. If you want to hear more from me, please subscribe. But otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.